saying, Call Allah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. It's all praise to the Most High God and the only God and Son who inwardly called Jesus Christ. We'll be a quick lesson through the Spirit. It's been a while since I posted videos, so Lord willing, I'll be more consistent going forward. At least to close out the year, Lord willing. It's going to be a quick lesson on what did Christ say the gospel was. I'm going to get what Christ clearly stated that this was the gospel. The book of Luke, chapter 4, and I'm starting verse 17 and read to verse 19. Luke chapter 4 and verse 17. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written, The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, and set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. So Christ is reading this from the book of Isaiah. He refers this account as being the gospel. And you see, the gospel is to basically to heal and to save them that are being oppressed. Now let's get the actual account, the book of Isaiah, chapter 61. That's the chapter he's referencing as being the gospel. Because once you understand this, you understand that the gospel can be for no one else but the Israelites. Once you cross reference what Christ said the gospel is, and actually read the chapter in Isaiah, you can no longer conclude that the gospel could be from anyone else besides the nation of Israel. And first and foremost, no one needs saving more than the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man here in America. We've been oppressed and been downtrodden for the past 400 years plus, and counting. Every day, day in and day out, someone's getting killed, getting a lot of unjustly. Brothers and sisters dealing with systematic racism. You know, at this point now, as I'm recording this video, they're not trying to. I think they just passed a bill where they no longer have to hire minorities. And we know how hard our people work to have that bill passed where we can get equal opportunity at these so-called white corporation jobs. Which I feel, you know, I feel like she like, I don't want to hire her, then let's just stop buying y'all buying what y'all producing. Let's see how long that shit lasts. Excuse my language. But I don't think they want to deal with Black, Hispanics, Native American, or aka Israelites, is when it benefit them, and that's most of the time dealing with either our services or B, our dollars. The only time where they want to accept us, or I want to accept the only time they want to deal with us whenever they can exploit us or oppress us. But enough of that tangent. Book of Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good tidings to the meek. That's another word for the gospel is good tidings. It just means good news. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and to open up the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn. So you see that the exact same thing Christ read. He said, this is the gospel. Now let's continue reading to show that this gospel is only for Israel. Verse 3, literally, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion. So those people that are mourning, those people that he can comfort to that are mourning, are the ones that's in Zion. So like, to give unto them beautiful ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. And this is like our trial run. This is what you're going to receive if you continue in the faith. You're going to receive that joyful mourning. You're going to receive that garment of praise. And secondly, you're gonna be planted and be trees of righteousness to bring glory to the Lord. Like now, even now, you should be trying to practice to walk in righteousness to bring glory to the Most High God. Like they say, your walk should have you glorify your Father which is in heaven, just like Christ said. Because if not, then you're not gonna make it, and you're not gonna receive the reward that you're seeking for. And they shall build the old ways, they shall rise up the former desolation, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolation of many generation. This going into rebuilding Israel back up again. Because right now, if you go to Israel right now, even though people are in the land of Israel, it's not a beautiful sight to see. It's just not a beautiful sight to see. Most definitely not now. We got Iran bombing Israel, bombing and then of course we got the strip been bombed up, but Israel is getting mollywopped. They want to portray like they're not, but no, they getting their ass whooped. For sure they getting their ass whooped. You go to Israel now, I bet you see buildings destroyed all over the place. But the media gonna portray something different because they don't want us to have this they don't want to see the white man falling out of power. They want to keep up their white supremacist ideology so we can continue to be brainwashed over here in America. But the rest of the world, they know that the white man is a goddamn devil and that his time is running up. His time is running out. Verse 5, and strangers shall stand and feed your flock, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowman and your vine dresser. So how in the hell can this gospel be for people outside nation Israel when they say their role in this is to serve nation Israel? Which honestly I think that's righteous retribution. Y'all got 400 plus years of servitude. Not only y'all, but we served the Moabites for a time. We served the Ishmaelites for a time. We served the Assyrians. We served the Babylonians. So we served the Greeks. We served Esau multiple times throughout history. But I think it's about time that people they do this and serve us. Verse 7, and for your shame you shall have double, and for your confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double, everlasting joy shall be unto them. And all praise to Most High God, kind of going to what I was just saying. We've been humiliated. We've served every other nation on this earth. I think it's about times we will see the other end of that stick, which is to be served. You know, um, not I'm not gonna drop any names, but a friend of mine today, he at work, he was telling me how his auntie, he's older, so she definitely older than him. An older lady, and say on Mother's Day she tried to commit suicide, and of course they say it's because of anxiety and depression. Um, but that goes to show you, like, all people, like, no matter what age you are, you got young people coming trying to commit suicide. You got older people trying to commit suicide because they see the oppression, like they see the state of our people, and we deal with so much on a daily that we don't even talk about or feel or even feel comfortable addressing. And we always act like we gotta be strong. So I say all to say, like, we've been through hell in this captivity, from the young to the old, um, through passing down trauma, through just our DNA to us, inflicting trauma on ourselves, and through growing up in a society where racism is prevalent. I don't care where you are, you're in the north, south, east, or west of America. If you're a black, Hispanic, Native American, you have experienced some form of racism, without a doubt. Even whether they look at you whenever you're inside their stores too long, or they feel like you're in a neighborhood that you don't belong, or they feel like you're in the store and you're shoplifting, or you going to a mall and you going to this designer store, whatever, and they look at you kind of funny. These are that's racism. That's prejudice. We all have experienced that. If you're a black, Hispanic, Native American, you have experienced that in America for sure, without a doubt. By the age of 7, you have experienced that. I can almost guarantee you. And psychologists, I mean, I think it was a study done by a psychiatrist. They said that literally causes trauma. Literally causes trauma. So our people, like, I imagine dealing with that for 30 plus years. On top of other things, on top of not being able to um afford uh the basic the basic needs that you like basic needs like food, water, shelter, like not being able to afford those things. the kids grow older and they can't even help you out. You're not old enough to work no more. That'll drive, man. That'll drive anyone crazy. It's like, man, like Rod Wave say, living life is hard, so death got to be easier. Sometimes people feel that way, you know. But that's why it's very important. Like we meditate on the gospel and understand how it do get better, you know. Because God, man, most of God, he's a man that don't lie. Man lie, but most of God, he don't lie, and he gonna make good on his promise. Say he gonna reward us double for all of our mourning and all of our pain. Verse 8. For I, the Lord, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering. I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them. Talking about Israel. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. And all that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which the Lord hath blessed. Come on, because right now they act like we're nothing. But, it's okay. It's okay. But they also know, hey, we waking up too, though. Best believe that. Verse 10, I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my God. He hath clothed me with the garment of salvation. He hath covered me with the he hath clothed me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, as a bride adoreth herself with her jewels. For as the earth brings forth her bud, and as the garden causes the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Lord God will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all the nations. Come on, so we'll have abundance in that day, and everybody gonna understand who are the true children of the Most High God. Simple and plain, and they gonna get what's coming to them. That's why verse 2 said, to proclaim the set up year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God to come all that mourn. So that vengeance is going to him putting belt to ass to the other nations as it comes for Zion, just like he did in Exodus. When he put belt to ass to Pharaoh, then we was confident for the time that we mourn inside that captivity. Same thing gonna happen to America. But it's quick lesson through the spirit. I hope brothers and sisters are edified, the ones that tune in. I pray the ones that hear it are the ones that meant to hear it. Um, I pray that everybody that's in the truth continue to endure and let them demons win. We all going through our trials and tribulation, but we all are blessed. Just it's like you're blessed. At least through your life, you may go through things, but also that on the other side of this is salvation and everlasting joy for you and your kids and your offspring. So Lord willing, we are meditating on the gospel, keep our head straight on the path and focus on what it is to come. Because this kingdom going down. And Howard Shai is gonna come back soon. Hey, measure the time diligently. And if you are, you see right on the wall and they know it too. Gas damn near $5 in some places. And Texas $4. But in some places that shit $5. I think one brother said he paid $4.69 for gas. Up there in Philly, I watching a video from a brother up there in Philly said he paid $4.69 for gas. That ain't premium, that's unleaded. That's insane. Well, we paying $3.90 something for gas, so that's almost $4. But you see the writing on the wall, but people are uprising, Esau exposing Esau, Trump beefing with NATO, uh, the other nations they're not scared of America no more. You know, but for the ones that are not in this truth, I pray the ones that are in this truth still pray for the ones that are not in the truth, because at the end of the day, they all Israel. And I pray that whoever watches this video pray for that sister. They try to commit suicide. I hate to hear that, but that's a strong demon that would get on you for real, for real. So prayers up for her and her family, and shoot prayers up for anybody else that's dealing with that. And it's true, right? That's true. But best believe we all deal with some kind of form of mental health, more definitely is captivity, shit. And so don't think someone better than the other just because you can hold yourself together more than the next person. Okay, best believe if you got any sense, that's a fact. We got the 7. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, in a sense, you understand. Still drive you crazy too. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroyed the heart. So those the ones that Esau ain't paid off. They got a couple of celebrity brothers and sisters that got paid off, and they kind of like oh, it's just you're not working hard enough. That's bullshit. Um, Surely we know that's not the case. Shit, we all know that's not the case. Y'all had to do something strange for a piece of change, and that's okay. But anyone got any kind of sense, you know that man, this you see what's going on. That should drive you crazy. So make sure we keep our mind diligently, and make sure we continue to meditate on the precepts. And with that, I say, call like Howell, I say, Shalom.